Pacific. Places like Tahiti, Samoa, Rarotonga, Tuamotus, and Aotearoa, New Zealand. Began with the Otea, festive, colorful drum dance from Tahiti, spoke the migration of our people. That interview moments will take you to the Tuamotus. So I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the journey. Shall we dance to the ukuleles? Shall we move to the ukuleles? Shall we move to the steel guitars? Once you hear the enchantment of my moonless dance, hey, you'll be touched by it, you will be touched by it,
Ladies and gentlemen, your hostess,
ladies and gentlemen, and aloha! Oh, I think we could do one more better than that. Let's try that one more time. Aloha! There you are, much better. Open hand, Kako. Give it up if you're excited to be here tonight. My name is Pule Aloha. I am a native Hawaiian to the island of Maui. It's my pleasure to be your host this evening. Now, here in the islands, one of the most common words you'll hear is the word aloha. Aloha, of course, means hello and goodbye. One of my favorite translations is this: manifesting life joyously in the present. And you know what? We invite you and welcome you all to our island home with that same spirit of aloha. Each and every one of you has worked so hard to be sitting right where you're at. So go ahead and give yourselves a round of applause. We're so excited to share with you the songs and dances of our people. But right now, our canoes set sail. And we land on the shore of a group of tiny coral atolls called the Tuamotus. Now our lovely ladies take the stage and they perform for you the exciting aprima. Now they're dressed in lechino and hippo, hip and head adornments to accentuate the lively movements of this dance. Now there's a saying among the fishermen in the Tuamotu Islands. It goes a little something like this: Pipini rate patuki yaya. The patuki fish camouflages itself, referring to the fact that you must be an alert and competent fisherman, or you will lose your meal. But it also alludes to the playful games of romance. One often wonders, is the fisherman catching the fish, or are the fish catching him? Now in the Tuamotu Islands, here in our islands especially, to watch the hula, you always have to keep your eyes on the hands, because it's the hands that tell the story. But in this next number, if you watch the hands, you're gonna miss out on the entire story. So the Tuamotus we go, where the greeting word there is ya ana.
yes, man. Yeah.
the South Pacific that sound very similar to one another. Take for instance Samoa on the way to Hana. Sounds strikingly similar to Samoa. Now one of the most fun-loving and colorful people are the people of Samoa. Brought to Hawaii their unique traditions, like their lavish, energetic, and lively dance competitions, where each village displays their island's dance with both pride and elegance. And one of the most spectacular dances, which will be sharing with you tonight, is the Siva Afi, the Fire Night dance. But right now, we share with you the Fa'atau Pati, which is known as the Samoan slap dance. And in the 19th century, there was an invasion of mosquitoes in the Samoan kingdom. And it was then that the Fa'atau Pati was created. The dance mimics a person slapping a mosquito off the body when being bitten. Tonight we welcome our men of Tihati to the stage as they take you to the islands where the greeting word there is Ta Lofa.
Once again, family, we share with you the Siva Pa'atau Pati. This is called the slap dance of Samoa. This is how the men of Polynesia kill and murder mosquitoes in the South Pacific. The more noise you make, the better they dance. Here in Maui, we call this Zumba.
Now when we actually stop and think about it today, go to double hold canoe using no modern technology across the South Pacific, just as our ancient oral traditions foretold. Well, in 1976, a canoe was fashioned by the pioneers of our Hawaiian people, and they named the canoe Hokulea, which means star of gladness. It attempted to travel 2,000 nautical miles from Hawaii to Tahiti. Where was its starting point? Right here on our island of Maui. 1 month later, worn and weathered, the Hokulea successfully arrived on the shorelines of Papa'ete, Tahiti. Imagine thousands of people lying along the shoreline in grand celebration. The path of our ancestors had been awakened. One of the greatest cultural revivals in all of Polynesia took place. And one of the strongest migrations is between our islands and the islands of Tahiti. In Tahiti, there is a legend of the creation of woman. And it compares woman to the tiare flower. Today, the tiare is a national flower of the islands of Tahiti. And it has 6 slender white petals. It can be found here on the grounds of the High Regency Maui. To present this legend, our women wear for you the ahurua, contemporary style of dress, decorated with taupo'o, hats intricately woven from the reeds of wild bamboo. They present their princess in the legend of Te Tiare o no Tahiti. rest your every thought for all eternity. That the next opportunity you have to pinatiare from some intriguing scent will remind you of our island. The beauty that we share, your legends and songs. This legend that is said. No Maria Oi, Te Maui Hawaii. I have seen you in all of my dreams. Along with the winds and the waves, the sun and the stars, to help our kupuna, our ancestors, navigate to these islands, they also depended on the birds. One bird known throughout Polynesia was the tawaki bird. When the white-tipped tropic bird appeared, it was a good omen. That was not very far away. Now, in the tiny islands of Rarotonga, they honored Tangaroa, the ancient god of the sea. While navigating, Cook Islanders often follow the migratory path of the tawaki bird, whose haunting calls often beckon them home. Once returning to shore, they would celebrate with great festivals of feasting and dancing. Some of the favorite dances were those of the Rarotongan men. Tonight, we welcome our men of Tihati to the stage as they take you to the islands where the greeting word there is Kia ora. On their ancient journey throughout the South Pacific, our ancestors came upon a cloud-like formation shaped like an island, which they named Aotearoa, land of the long white cloud. Today, those beautiful islands are known as New Zealand. More evidence of our connection to the South Pacific can be found between the Maori of New Zealand and the people of Hawaii. There's a belief by the Maori people that when they die, their spirit will make the journey back to Hawaii. This yearning celebrates the courageous spirit, leaving the sacred bonds of one's homeland and venturing out into new horizons. We are first greeted by a Maori warrior who performs for you the wero. Now in his posturing and tongue sticking, he challenges you to see if you arrive to his village as friend or foe. He's adorned with a moko, a facial tattoo that in ancient times was painfully applied. It often told of the warrior's history, his genealogy, his race of birth. His great accomplishments in battle would all be inspirations to the engravings and designs of his tattoo. He carries in his hand a tayaha, a spear made of the finest wood, usually accompanied with a jaded tip. It's used as a spear, club, and dagger in battle. He's joined by the men as they perform for you the haka, a true test of the ancient warrior's spirit, and a preparation dance used to intimidate opposing warriors before going into battle. Women then take the stage performing for you a playful poibao dance, which is used for entertaining children while storytelling. Together with the women, honored their tupuna, their ancestors and elders, the Maui, the Maui village. Iba, the grandmothers. Oroma, the grandfathers, would all be honored with songs and dances for their contributions to the family. So come with us to Aotearoa, land of the long white cloud. The greeting word in Aotearoa, New Zealand is cure.
Our warrior offers a symbol, a token of peace. If chosen to represent your village, all you must do is stand up and pick up the leaf. Sir, you're holding up the show.
ladies and gentlemen, there was a time people only knew of our Hawaiian Islands, picture postcards, magazine articles, and if they were lucky, they caught a radio broadcast program called Hawaii Calls. Over the airways from the islands to the States, eventually came the sounds of ukuleles, steel guitars, and conch shells. The announcer would describe lazy days, lovely hula maidens, white sandy beaches, and palm trees. Since then and until today, Hawaii remains one of the most romantic destinations in the world. Tonight we feature the hula artistry of our lovely Kakai with a song entitled Blue Hawaiian Moonlight. Sat in the middle of the Moana, the ocean, for the longest time, unnoticed by the rest of the world. And it wasn't until Hollywood got a hold of us in the mid-30s and 40s that we gained much of the world's attention. And as more composers came to our islands, visitors came and began to write Hapahali music, which are Hawaiian songs with English lyrics. Songs kind of like this one, you might know it. And you can sing along with me if you like. I wanna go back to my little grass shack in Kearakekua, Hawaii. I wanna meet with all the Connies and Mahinas I used to know. So long ago, I can hear the old guitars are playing on the beach at Ho'onona. I can hear the old Hawaiians sing, "E koma mai no kaua I ka halavela ka." It won't be long till a ship will be sailing back to Kona. It's a grand old place, it's always fair to see. I'm just a little Hawaiian and a homesick island girl. I wanna go most visitors would come to Hawaii by ship, they were often greeted by lovely hula natives dressed in la'i, fresh green tea skirts. Tonight we do the same for you using the uli uli, the feathered rattling boards, and the ifu, the hollow board. These wonderful songs from Maui, no ko'oi, which means Maui is the best. And how's everyone doing so far? Are you guys having a good time? And where are we visiting from? Real quick, where are you visiting from? Shout it out. One more time. Was that Arizona? California, right here, the bright Aloha, California. Alabama? Is that right? Oregon in the house. Aloha, any others? Florida, right here in the front. Aloha, Florida. We've come a long way. Any others? Maryland, is that right? Maryland, Aloha, Maryland. Looking good. Any others? Australia? British Columbia, right here in the front. Aloha, British Columbia. Wow. Wherever you make your home tonight, one more time. Yes, where are you from, sir? Eva Beach. Eva Beach, right here. Hey, wherever you make your home tonight, we welcome all of you to ours. Now, at this time, we would love to welcome our lovely ladies to the stage once again as they share with you the traditional Hawaiian influence of our people. Enjoy now one of the meles, Haleakala Hula, which speaks of our mountain, Haleakala. Now, how many of you have been to Haleakala? Anyone out there? Okay, we got quite a few hands. Did you have a good time in Haleakala? You did. Well, for those of you who have not planned to go to Haleakala, I highly suggest you do so. Now, would you please welcome our beautiful ladies as they dance for you this next medley. invite you to the islands of Samoa. Right now we welcome to the stage one of the most exciting and dangerous dances in all of Polynesia, the Siwa'afi, the very pure Samoan fire knife dance. And ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to remind you for the safety of our fire knife dancers that you please turn off your video lights on your phones and have your children remain seated with you. Now our men are actually going to be dancing right behind, so we're going to want you to turn around. But in a few moments, ladies and gentlemen, we need to set the mood just right. So on the count of 3, I want everyone to clap their hands and make lots of noise. Can we do that to welcome your men of fire? Here we go. And 1, 2, 3. I think we can do better than that. Let's try that one more time. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3. All right, one more time, ladies and gentlemen, to bring out your men of fire. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please put your hands together and make as much as noise possible for Kue, Haleo, and Maui Summer. come to an end. But did everyone have a great time tonight? We've been a wonderful audience. If you would like to say mahalo nui loa, thank you very much for allowing us to be a part of your evening. Just a reminder for everyone out there, this is the last call for the bar. Once again, last call for the bar, ladies and gentlemen. And don't forget the after party at the Monarchy Ballroom. So once again, last call for the bar. And don't forget the after party at the Monarchy Ballroom. Now, here in Hawaii, we never say goodbye. Instead of huiho until we meet again. Would you give it up for your Tihati Says?
Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for your mistress of ceremony, Maui sweetheart, Hooray!